gamer.
When NBA Live made its next-gen debut on the PS4 and Xbox One with NBA Live 14, it was a complete disaster. It was followed up with another disappointment in Live 15 and a slight improvement with Live 16. But after Live 16's horrendous sales numbers, EA decided to pull the plug on the series once again. But after taking a year off and using almost 2 years of development time, EA is trying to resurrect the series with NBA Live 18. And to get fans excited before its release, they also decided to give everyone a pretty deep demo to dive into. So, with a bit of hype and a lot of hope, I jumped into the NBA Live 18 demo without being sure of what exactly to expect. Setting up the one mode player and getting right into a Drew League game, I noticed right away that the graphics and presentations have received a substantial upgrade. This is especially apparent once you get into 5-on-5 Warriors at Cavs Game 7 rematch. The ESPN presentation is top-notch. The announcers seem to be very aware of what's going on in the game, and there's a good amount of individual player commentary as well. What's also noticeable is the crowd sound and reaction. The crowd sounds great and knows when to cheer and when to boo. This has always been a strength of the series, and it doesn't disappoint in Live 18, at least in the demo. The overall graphical experience of the game is hit or miss, but I believe there are more hits than misses. Some of the player models and faces just don't seem to match up with their real-life counterparts. But the good news is, most of them are pretty darn close. LeBron's model and face is spectacular. The jerseys are also a very nice touch this year. You get a sense of real movement with the cloth not seen in the most recent NBA Live games. The color and lighting of the uniforms and courts really show off the NBA Live team's ability when it comes to art. And the game is just, at the end of the day, nice to look at. Where I think this game will shine the most, though, is in the one mode specifically. The goal is obviously to make it to the NBA, but the path is probably more fun than actually getting there. The leveling up system is very well done, and earning XP isn't overly complicated. And grabbing a bunch of swag from the loot boxes is pretty fun as hell. Leveling up your attributes is also well done. With all of the XP you earn, you can upgrade skills in certain areas like 3-point shooting rating and how you box out. And let's not forget the trait system. It's a nice way to grant you in-game bonuses without feeling cheap or too arcadey. I feel like the one mode will sell copies of this game alone, and if you are even remotely interested in that type of mode, for $40, you better pre-order it. Now to the reason why this game was shelved not one, but twice over the last decade. Gameplay. How much has it changed? And has it changed for the better? The answers are a lot, and yes. Starting with player control and the overall feel you get, it's much improved. Players have more weight and momentum now. Some have called this sluggish, but I feel it's a good medium between too loose and too rigid. Now shooting seems to be okay, nothing groundbreaking, but definitely not bad. It's all about the timing and getting that little dot into the perfect spot at the top. If you do, you will hit the shot 100% of the time, it seems. But don't worry, even with the best shooters on the planet, it's not easy. This is actually a good way to mix user input with real player shooting percentages. Average shooters need to be open to hit shots. Only the great and elite shooters are going to be making shots that are contested well. Layups are somewhat easy, but I don't see that as a problem. NBA players should be making 95% of their layup attempts. Driving the lane with superstars like LeBron and throwing down huge dunks is amazingly rewarding and euphoric. The drive and dunk animations are great and make for great short clips or screenshots to share with friends. Touching on the CPU AI, it's also received an upgrade. It's hard to tell how much better it truly is without being able to play more minutes or just a certain mode, but the CPU seems to know what they're doing. They play good defense and rebound well. The AI also knows game situations and won't lollygag when time is running out in the half or at the end of games. Now, if you haven't yet played the demo and have any interest in what NBA Live 18 is bringing to the table this year, it's hard not to recommend giving it a shot. I can see how the game won't be for everyone, but with the fantastically fun The One mode and improvements to gameplay across the board, NBA Live 18 is easy to pick up and play, and I feel it caters to more casual gamers, but it also has something for the hardcore fans at the same time. I think EA has finally gotten out of the grave they were buried in, and have turned in what seems to be a competent NBA game with a solid foundation on which to build.